We'll start this class in a standing position. So find your feet about shoulder width distance apart. I'm going to find a safe and powerful place to stand from. Your knees will be slightly bent, just a micro bend in the knees. Your tailbone pointing towards the ground, so engaging the core, helping to support the spine from the base all the way up to the shoulders, which roll back and down. Your hands can face forwards, feeling energy rise from your heels all the way up into your chest, through the neck, tucking the chin just a little bit towards, rising up in the crown towards the sky, and noticing the sensations in this position. Breathing deeply, feeling yourself grounding in, being present. And noticing the ways in which you are unique in your body, in your experiences, and in the gifts you bring to the world. From this position, you can inhale and lift the chin up towards the sky, open the chest, and exhale, draw the chin down towards the chest, rounding the back. And inhale, opening up, feel the whole body open, the chest, perhaps the shoulders draw back and open, chin rising towards the sky, careful of the back of your neck. And exhale, beginning to round forward, finding some fluidity and moving with your own breath here, feeling that your breath directs the movement as you're opening with the inhales and rounding with the exhales. Inhale and open. Exhale, closing down. Feeling the opening of the back body as you exhale, and inhale, drawing up, open, and exhale, rolling forward. Inhale and come back to neutral. Find your stance again and place your left arm on your hip, and inhale your right arm up into the air. And as you exhale, find length in your right body by leaning just slightly over, opening up the space between the ribs and your right side, finding length in your left side as well. Breathing deeply here. One last exhale. As you inhale, draw yourself back up and switch your arms. Exhale here. Inhale, extend the length, and exhale, leaning over slightly towards the right. This time finding length between the left ribs, but also feeling length on the right. One last exhale here. Inhale, draw you back up, arms into the air, and exhale, switch the arms again, and come back over to the right. Exhale. Inhale back up, switch the arms, and exhale over to the right. Inhale back up, and exhale to the left. Inhale back up, and exhale, stay here. Take a few breaths, opening, finding your space here with arms up. Perhaps your gaze follows your arms. And we'll inhale and bend the knees and roll your chin towards your chest and forward, opening your back body as you exhale. And now over to the right and open up your side body as you inhale. Stopping in the back, pausing, and exhale as you come forward again, rolling. Inhale, drawing yourself this time up to the left. And exhale back down. And follow your own rhythm here. Begin to feel your body moving and rolling. Perhaps your arms join in as you inhale, drawing both arms up. Exhale, forward. Inhale to the right. Exhale, forward. Using your opposite arm's stability. And whenever you feel prepared, a little warm, you can leave both arms to move freely, rising. Really feeling into these rolls as your whole body gets involved. Knees, feeling the ankles as they get warm as well, your neck. Beautiful rolls, using that breath as a way to keep you moving. Finding your own unique forms in this warm-up. One last time, pause at the top. Inhale, draw yourself back up to standing. Feel the wings begin to move open as if you had wings, rolling the shoulders back, rising, lifting on the wind, using your breath. As you inhale, they rise. As you exhale, they close together on your wings. Take any movements that feel like you're being called to them in this class. So we feel our bodies begin to warm up. This particular form of yoga is hatha, which is long holds in certain positions and particular attention to the energetics that are happening. So find yourself coming to stillness. And the first position we're doing is a forward fold. So feel free to take your blocks here and inhale your arm up into the air. And as you exhale, bend your knees and fold forward over your knees. And just allow your chest to come as close to your knees as it will. Perhaps your block supports your hands. We're going to be in this position for a while. So throughout this class, we're going to be holding these positions. But if you ever come to a place where you're beyond your level of comfort, you can pause, come back to standing, notice what's happening in your body, breathe into it, and then whenever you're ready, come back into the position. So here we are in a forward fold. Notice your feet connected to the ground. Notice the way that the energy from the earth moves up through your feet into your shins and your knees and up the thighs. It energizes the space between your legs at your root, the very base, this Muladhara chakra, as it's called. And notice the way this position also helps that energy to move upwards along the spine, following the spine and then into the shoulders, through the arms and elbows and the wrists and the hands, back into the earth. So you may like to straighten your knees here if that's available to you. You may like to place your hands on your feet or maybe even palms on the earth or underneath the toes. Whatever's available to you, know that you are in the right place for you, feeling gentle and loving with your body, using any props you need. And if at any time you feel your breath getting short, simply come out, rest, take the time to move back in. On your inhales, perhaps you can feel your expanding, opening heart. Your exhales deepen this stretch, connecting through your hamstrings and lower back, grounding into the earth. Noticing the roots of any uncomfortability in your body, noticing the way this feels, recognizing any emotions that come up in this position. You are a unique person with unique experiences. You have unique gifts for the world. One last exhale here to release any binds that you may have. And as you inhale, bend your knees and draw yourself slowly back up to standing. If you don't quite make it on your inhale, you can pause, exhale, inhale, draw yourself up further until you reach standing. From this position, notice your breathing and notice the effects of this posture. Notice the way your body feels. Perhaps you can feel a slight tingling sensation in this root chakra area right between your legs. Perhaps energetic charge there corresponding to the activation of the Muladhara, or the root chakra. Beautiful. From here we'll move to our next position, which is a squat. So you'll take your feet about shoulder width distance apart, maybe about mat width, with a 45-degree angle in the feet facing outwards. You can bring your hands to prayer in the center with your thumbs touching your heart. Inhale and find length again. And as you exhale, bend your knees and lower yourself with a straight back down just as far as you can go. And maybe there's a chair underneath you that could help support you here, or a block, or maybe you're against a wall. Any way that you can support yourself to be comfortable in this position for a longer amount of time than you might be used to. You may take insides of your knees and press them against the outsides of your elbows, connecting yourself to the ground however feels most comfortable. Recognize that you're looking for comfort, but you're also looking to stretch what is comfortable, to place yourself a little bit outside that comfort zone. And notice here the way the energy comes up, again, through the feet, up through the thighs, and into your sacral area. This area which is just above your sexual organs and is corresponding to this sexual energy, to this infinite, what's often called the kundalini or the chi, which lies at this place, and it's something that we can harness in our lives to help us achieve our goals, our dreams, our purpose. Again, if you feel yourself getting to a limit, your breath is getting constricted, feel free to simply stand. One last exhale here. As you inhale, gently begin to press yourself upwards, back towards standing. Walk your feet out, maybe you lift one leg and then the other leg, and then find yourself in stillness again in this standing position. And take a little bit of time to notice the effects of this hold, of this position, of this posture. Perhaps you can feel a slight tingling, this area related to the sacral chakra, svadhisthana, or sacred sexual energy. Notice any emotions that come up, sensations, perhaps memories. They're a part of you, a part of your experience. They're part of your unique being. And they may be a part of the gifts that you have to give to the world. One last breath here. Now turn sideways on your mat and place your feet a little bit wider than shoulder width distance. Keep your feet parallel here. And this is a triangle pose. It may be different than a triangle pose you've seen or heard of before. But essentially we're going to be leaning to one side and then the other. So bring your arms out to the sides. Find extension, opening, your shoulders rolling back and away from the ears. Inhale here and exhale, finding length. Inhale as you reach out towards the right, bringing your body over that way, keeping your hips in alignment. As you exhale, you can bring your hands to your hips and find opening, length, and space supported here. The left side of your body is extending, opening, even as the right side doesn't crunch. It keeps support here. Making sure that the left hip is drawn back. It has a tendency to want to come forward and bend towards the ground, but really draw that back so it's as if you were between two panes of glass, keeping yourself flat, keeping those hips flat. And when you feel comfortable and stable here, you can feel free to extend your left arm up into the air and place your right arm wherever feels comfortable to support you. It might be on your thigh, it might be on your shin, or it might be right in your hip where it is now. Opening and extending and feeling here the way that the energy comes in from your feet and is directed into your manipura, your inner fire. Again, whenever you feel that you need to come out of this posture and rest, do so. You can always come right back into it. Take a moment. Notice the effects. Gently moving back in. Feeling the way the energy comes down from the sky through your arm and into this place just above your belly button. Your inner fire. Meeting the energy from the earth coming up through your legs. Meeting in the same place. Focusing on this energetic flow between the earth and the sky and the way that your body acts like a TV antenna. Gathering it from the sky, gathering it from the earth, and focusing it towards your inner fire, place of digestion, particularly the left side here. One more exhale. And as you inhale, begin to draw yourself back up. And just take a minute here and notice the effects. Perhaps you feel a slight tingling or energetic charge on the left side of your core here. corresponding to the activation of the yin aspect of the Manipura, or the inner fire, your third chakra. This is about understanding who you are, the fire that drives you, the motivation you have to make your mark in the world, to do what it is that you're here to achieve, understanding who you are. One last breath. As you inhale, draw the arms back out to the sides and exhale here. Now inhale and bring your body over to the left side, opening up the right side body. Your left hand can come to your hip as your right hand either comes to the hip or stays out high above you, opening, extending. Again, noticing the sensations of the energy from the earth drawing up. Perhaps you can activate your legs as though you were trying to draw them together as a scissors, feeling the inner thighs engage, finding space between your ribs, drawing the energy down from the sky through your arm, into this right aspect of your third chakra, Manipura. Hips stay in alignment, breathing, aware, feeling free to take a rest if you need. And coming back into the posture, this Trikonasana, whenever you can, whenever you want. Extending, noticing. Taking one more breath here. Exhaling. And as you inhale, drawing your body back up to center. And allowing your hands to come down through heart center, back beside you, and walking heel toe your legs back together. And here simply noticing. Perhaps you can feel the activation of the Manipura chakra, this inner fire, this motivation, this desire, this unique self that is you. How you're bringing yourself to the world, how you're showing up. This activation of the right side corresponds to the yang aspect of how you are bringing your unique individual self into the world, your ego, your sense of yourself. This ego that has such a bad reputation but is so important in believing in ourselves in order to express our creativity. Noticing the balance this time between the left and the right as we've activated both sides. Breathing. Noticing the heat of this fire inside of you. Now come back to the top of your mat and face forwards again. And inhale the arms up into the air. And as you exhale, step your left foot back. And you can maybe step a little bit further back so that you're in a lunge here, up on your toe with your heel up in the air. And feel yourself balanced here. Your knee, your front knee, your right knee here should be directly above your ankle, stacking so that the weight comes directly down onto the ankle. Your back heel can press towards the ground as you straighten that back leg. However, whatever distance feels good for you here. If this is in your practice, your back left leg can rotate outwards so that the heel comes down to the ground. This is a warrior one position. Either one of these positions is useful and powerful for this posture. So from here, we're going to inhale the arms up into the air. And as you exhale, feel your chest opening, your gaze slightly upwards. As you feel your heart opening, not just from the front, but also from the back. How can you open your heart to this sensation? Noticing again the energy that comes from the sky and shines directly to your heart. This fourth chakra, the middle chakra, the place of balance, our center, anahata, unconditional love. What do you love unconditionally? Can you love yourself without conditions? What does it feel like to be loved unconditionally? How is this love a part of your mission in this world? Breathing into your heart space, opening it, the front, feeling your gaze, feeling your legs strong. Perhaps again, feeling them attempt to scissor together, which activates different muscle groups, making them strong, firm base. One last breath. Exhale together. As you inhale, pressing up with your knee and coming back to the top of your mat. Finding stillness in a standing position to notice the activation of your heart. And in this position, with your thumbs touching your heart, place a little pressure between your hands and see if you can direct even more energy into this heart center. As though you're channeling directly to your heart. Perhaps you can feel a slight activation, physical sensation in this center of your chest, corresponding to the activation of the anahata chakra, the self-love. One last inhale here. As you exhale, and inhale, and this time draw your right leg back behind you and find yourself in a standing lunge. Again, the left knee this time will be stacked directly above the left ankle, the right heel pressing towards the earth, feeling your hips engaged and aligned. Inhale and drawing the arms up into the air. Open your chest, lift your chin up, feeling your heart shine towards the sky, Even as the sky energy shines toward the heart, the earth energy coming up through your powerful, strong, engaged legs, through your hips, into your heart, meeting the energy from the sky, charging, connecting, expanding. If you'd like, you can bring that back right heel down towards the mat and take a warrior one position here. Whatever's available to you. If you do take that warrior one position, notice if that opens out your hip a little bit more, and try to keep the hips facing forward here as much as you can. A few more breaths. Again, feel free to come out if you need. Otherwise, maybe you give yourself an opportunity to be in this pose a little while longer. Last breath, exhale together. As you inhale, press your knee up and come back towards the top of the mat. Taking any movements you need and finding stillness. Noticing the effects of the posture. Perhaps you can feel an activation, slight tingling sensation in your heart chakra. Feelings of unconditional love. Feeling supported, feeling held by the universe. Love for yourself. Love for those around you. Love for the earth. Take a moment to notice the sensations. To recognize your connection to this unconditional love. Now turn sideways again on your mat and bring your feet once again to a little bit wider than hips distance. Your toes turned out 45 degrees, heels in, and bend the knees slightly, keeping your tailbone pointed to the earth. As you lower a little bit down here and bring your arms out to the sides with your hands facing up, your elbows bent at 90 degrees into what's called goddess pose. From this position, we're going to do an exercise for our throat chakra, this Vishuddha chakra, which is all about our expression. And we're going to make some noises here. And the noises that we're going to make are related to all of the chakras. Each of the chakras has what's called a seed syllable. So I'd like you to repeat after me. And we'll be moving from the root chakra all the way up to the crown chakra. So I will make the sound and you'll be repeating after me. Now I encourage you to hold this goddess pose as we make these sounds. If, again, at any time you feel the need to move out of this posture and stand up and rest, of course you can do that. And then when you feel ready, you can move back into the goddess posture. Just make sure that you are making these sounds along with me. So the first sound we'll make is a once more together. And now, moving up to the sacral chakra. Ooh. Together now. Ooh. From your goddess, or taking a rest and standing, moving up to the third chakra, Manipura, your inner fire. Oh. Once more together. Oh. Now on to the heart chakra, Anahata. Ah. Together. Ah. And moving here to our throat chakra, what we're opening through this noise that we're making, through this sound that we're creating. Ajna chakra. Not so important what note you're sounding or how good it sounds, just make noise together here. And finally to our crown chakra, it's kind of an R sound, but you can feel the noise vibrating and moving around in the roof of your mouth, making perhaps a higher pitch sound that goes along with it. It's once more, really exercising your throat, your ability to express yourself, your inner voice as well as your outer voice. All 7 up and down in one breath. Inhale. Pause here. Notice the sensation in your throat. Perhaps you can feel slight vibration in your vocal cords, the base of your throat, corresponding to the energetic activation of your Vishuddha chakra here, your voice, your ability to express yourself with candor, honesty, saying what you mean and meaning what you say. This aspect is so important as we live our true purpose in the world, as we embody our Dharma, our ability to communicate both to ourselves and to those around us is critical. Allow your words to flow. Allow your song to be heard. One last breath here. Come back to the top of your mat. And feel your left leg grounding firmly into the ground. We're going to do a little bit of balance here. So with this left leg firmly balanced into the ground, begin to lift slightly your right foot off the ground. And there are some options you can take here. Perhaps you'd like to use this right foot as a kickstand. So the right toes come next to the left foot and the right heel rests just above the right ankle. This is a perfect place to do this posture from. If you're feeling your balance this today, maybe you'd like to gently wrap this right leg around your left leg, just so that your heel comes out to the other side. Again, this is a beautiful place to practice from today. Or if you're feeling the flexibility and ability to do this, perhaps this right thigh comes above the left knee and the leg wraps around so that your right toe goes just behind your Achilles, your calf, somewhere in there, and just kind of gets a bind and begins this wrap. Now, with your arms, you have some options as well. Because your right leg is on top, we're going to take the left arm and cross it over the right arm. And you can give yourself a hug. And this is a perfect place to stay. Or again, if it's available to you, you can bring the backs of your arms together and the backs of your hands to touch. So this will be a little bit more tension in the back body, opening up the back of your heart. And if this feels good, maybe you cross them a little bit more so that your palms are touching and pressing against each other. And as they press against each other, the elbows lift. Your gaze is steady at a fixed point out in front. Your legs are pressing into each other. Your back is straight. This is eagle pose, or Garudasana. Feel the talons of your feet as they press into the earth, helping you balance. And feel the way the energy twists up and circling up through your left foot, around and into your third eye, the space in the middle of your forehead, and particularly the left side here, as it connects with the point that you're looking at. So imagine that there's a beam coming out from the middle of your forehead into the universe, and that you're channeling this energy from the earth up and through this beam. At the same time, the energy from the sky is touching the crown of your head and going down and meeting the earth energy in that third eye and coming out. Again, take just as long as you can hold this posture and come out. Feel free to explore your balance, which probably means that you're going to fall. When you do fall, it's a good sign because it means that you're exploring those limits. Simply come back to center, to your standing. Breathe a few times, notice the effects, and step yourself back into eagle. Planting that left foot, crossing the right foot over in any one of the variations, crossing your left arm over your right arm, taking any one of the variations, and concentrating your gaze. One last inhale here. As you exhale, begin to unwind. Plant your right foot back down on the ground. Take any movements you need and find yourself coming back to stillness. Perhaps you can sense the activation of your third eye here, slight vibration or tingling, particularly related to the left side or the yin side. This internal aspect, this knowing of yourself, this ability to remember, mental capacity, introspection. Understanding. Breathing deeply. Begin to find rooting in your right foot this time. Finding connection with all parts of your feet to the ground as your left foot begins to lift up. Once again, finding either a kickstand, a wrap, or a full bind around with this left leg coming up over across the right thigh and around that right shin so that your left toe kind of hooks in there. This time bringing the right arm over the left arm and giving yourself a hug, perhaps pressing the backs of your hands together, or perhaps one final wrap to get your palms pressing against each other. Lifting the elbows so that your hands are directly in front of your face. Fixing your gaze, both eyes and your third eye, extending out into the universe. Connecting this earth energy, wrapping up around from your legs and into your heart and up through your third eye and out into the universe, meeting with the earth, with the sky energy that comes down from your crown, flowing out through the third eye, Ajna chakra, your sixth energetic center. Feel free to step out whenever feels comfortable, knowing that you can always step back, right back in. Being gentle with yourself, finding playfulness in the exploration of this balance. Stillness. Concentration. Focus. Breathing deeply. A few more breaths. Last exhale together. As you inhale, pressing yourself up, unwinding, releasing any binds, bringing your left foot back down to the earth, finding stillness again. To notice the effects of this posture in your third eye, perhaps with a slight tingling. Can you feel an energetic activation corresponding to the yang side, this right side of your third eye? The way in which we can read others, the way in which we can project our thoughts and feelings into the universe, the way in which we can use our intelligence and our memories and our creations to build and create the things that we dream of. Our imagination itself is held within this energetic center. Such an important piece of Dharma, our ability to see what is not yet there. This is our third eye. This is our Ajna chakra. Notice the balance between the left and the right side, the yin and the yang, the passive and the active, the lunar and the solar. Breathing deeply, noticing. Now we'll move into our final posture for this practice, what some call the most challenging posture in all of yoga. It's called Shavasana or corpse pose. So go ahead and lie down on your mat. I recommend no pillow under your head. Perhaps you'd like a pillow under your knees if that makes you more comfortable. But generally what you want to be doing is finding your connection to the earth here, lying flat on your back with your arms out to the sides or slightly down, maybe at a 45-degree angle with the palms facing upwards. Some space between your feet as they splay outwards like the pages of a book. And simply lie here and notice. May be helpful to find a little more space between your chin and your chest, extending the back of your head upward along the mat, away from your shoulders, and then relaxing. From here we'll do a rapid awareness of different parts of our body so that we can support them in relaxation. Bring your attention to your toes, your big toes here. And now the next second toe and the third toe and the fourth toes and your pinky toes, and notice all your toes. Can you feel the toes without moving them? Can you sense your heart pumping blood all the way to these extremities? Can you allow them to relax? What about the soles of your feet? Can you feel them? Can you notice your heels and the arches of your feet, the tops of your feet, your ankles, shins and calves, knees, spiraling upwards through your thighs, your awareness, and into the hips. Notice the way that your legs are relaxed, gravity bringing them down to the earth. Now draw your attention to your thumbs. Can you relax your thumbs more? Can you relax your pointer fingers, middle fingers, ring fingers, and pinkies? Can you relax your palms and the backs of your hands? Can you feel the blood pumping to your wrists, expanding, bringing nutrients to your forearms and your elbows, biceps and triceps, shoulders. Relaxing, connecting to the earth. Draw your attention to your glutes, where they make contact with the ground, the left and the right, coming up through the groin into the pelvis, relaxing all the organs in the abdomen, the stomach to the intestines. Allowing, simply being, gratitude for all the digestive processes and all the cleansing that happens in the thoracic cavity. And drawing your attention to your spine, to the sacral, to the very tip. And see if you can bring your attention one by one up from each vertebra, rising up through the lower spine, the lumbar, into the thoracic, one by one, noticing, recognizing, relaxing. Can you feel your cervical spine drawing down towards the earth? Allowing. Draw your attention around to your chest and allow the chest to open, the shoulders to connect more deeply to the earth, relaxing, opening the heart, allowing that beautiful heart to pump blood everywhere in your body, your throat, the base of your throat, making connection with the back of the throat and the earth, coming up through the tongue and into the lips and the gums and the teeth, the cheeks, the nose and the sinuses, feeling the air move through them. The eyes, can you feel your eyes relaxed into your sockets? No movement. Can you feel your ears? Can you feel your eyebrows? Can you feel your scalp? Can you feel the very top of your crown of your scalp? Can you feel the connection with the divine? Can you feel your mission? Can you feel your reason for being? If there is something greater than you, what is it? Is it God, Creator, the universe, energy, DNA? How is it that you are being drawn into your own particular role, your Dharma, your destiny? Allow your connection to the divine to be the call, to be your true self, to be your full self, to be what the universe needs right now. Listen. Slowly and gently bring your attention back to your breath. Begin to move your toes and your fingers, wiggle them just a little bit, find movement. Draw your arms up above you and take a big stretch. And allow yourself to roll over to one side, making a pillow for your head with your arm. And pause for a moment, reflect on the way your body feels, on the way that you're able to bring this practice into the world. Gently with your hands, begin to press yourself up into seated position. You can take a comfortable seat here, cross-legged, kneeling, however makes most sense for you. Thank you for your practice. We'll inhale, exhale. Inhale once. As we exhale, we'll make any noise you like. Do that again. Inhale and exhale with a big sigh. Inhale. Thank you for your practice. Thank you for living your Dharma. Namaste.